Yuragi on Weaver, Amar Timber, and he is versus what looks like to be a double melee, the CK plus a bat in lane, most likely. And it is going to be that bat and that Coddle in the top lane.
Okay, so they're swapping things around. Also, they are putting this Bat Rider against the Timber Saw, and that's what they're trying to figure out. There's going to be a lot of lane shenanigans. Who wants to dodge what? Tundra, they want to have Bat Rider against Timber. Timber might be alone on the safe lane, and they like run an aggressive tri-lane as well. There's so many things that can be done. I just want to see like what the first minute of the game is going to look like. But looking at the draft, it's a last pick Timber Saw, you know.
And I really think this draft was super interesting. I almost feel like OG was kind of soft baiting this Chaos Knight the whole time because they just know Skeeter loves this hero. Tundra kind of wanted a stunner initiator in that last roll. They were super ready for it, I think. I think they're very confident in Enigma Timber being able to pick up the slack and this Ember late game.
And so he did the play where he cuts down that one tree and places the sentry. So even if you de-ward it, you may not be able to find that ward. You have to actually cut down a tree to be able to see it in the first place. So already OG, well thought out plan by them.
And he's getting this deep ward. And what this ward is designed to do is OG does not want to get wrong lane matchups here. Because Tundra really wants this Bat versus Timber, and I think they also want Coddle versus the Enigma lane. That one's a bit more debatable, but I feel like they really want these two, and...
But maybe they can still get the lane matchups that they want to be able to have. Bat Rider versus Timber Saw is there in the top lane, safe lane. Snaking already taking a lot of damage. Taiga with the Eidolons, putting that extra pressure in this bottom lane.
So they did get this Bat versus Timber. At the same time, I feel like this Enigma versus Abaddon is super good for Enigma, especially in this kind of scenario where you can deny from the carry. So kind of got one, missed the other in my opinion, but we'll see how this tri-lane pans out, how long OG commits to it as well.
Yeah, it's possible that, right, maybe they're just giving the Timber Saw like a little bit of a good start, you know, like get level 2, level 3, and then maybe he comes down here.
What, the Timber coming bottom, you're saying, or the Coddle, you mean?
The Timber.
It's hard for Timber to rotate, right? Because just every time you TP, then Bat follows you. And then you're kind of like stuck in this quad lane scenario that gets kind of weird.
Okay, so you
really waves here, so
yeah,
he's doing pretty well. Anytime I feel like Ember's doing well in the laning phase, this hero's always going to be a force to be reckoned with. And like that panel was talking about, not a huge amount of stuns on Tundra's side, so this Ember can sway this early laning phase a lot potentially. We're going to see Amar just getting chased down here.
Another Timber Chain coming up. Oh, he planted a tree in front of him, and that's just enough. 33 gets in front of him. What a baller move by 33. Plants the Ironwood branch right in front of the Timber Saw, so he was not able to get far enough.
What a monster.
Absolutely.
Turning the trees against him.
He is afraid of trees. Now you see why.
I'm worried for Amar in this laning phase. OG's going to have to make up for it on bottom and mid. We see Taiga with a weird rotation mid, almost working out.
Yeah, they force out the Fairy Fire at least. Misha, Yuragi going to battle here, going to war against Skeeter. Snake King being so annoying, sitting on the front lines, getting on top of Misha. He has to turn around in Nightmare before the stun could come in. Snake King relieves it with the Abandoned Shield, but they're not going to go for the dive here. Misha will survive. Uh-oh, Amar is after him again. The Timber Chain's not going to be up in time. A second kill for 33. As he doesn't even bother tipping Amar just yet.
This lane is becoming a problem for OG. Like, this Bat Rider is getting massively accelerated. Timber cannot enter this lane again. Like, if he's a hero that ideally wants to function from this bad of a laning phase, he can come back with just, like, the armlet EHP in the fights, but
ultimately, he's not like some flash farming carry, right? He's not going to be able to get back into the game that way. It's going to have to be through fighting.
He might even go down here.
Yeah, he is going to go down. So his net worth is sitting pretty close there to the Timber Saw. He's slightly more CS, but he's not feeling great. And that is a big difference, right, between Timber Saw and Chaos Knight is that I would say Timber Saw operates much better without net worth, but just having raw levels.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Like, Chaos Knight can have some decent power spikes. Again, that Tread Armlet can really pump you up. Maybe you win a fight, and then you can come back by farming the map. But Timber, he can kind of do similar things, right? This is a hero that can shove waves super fast, get jacked. Amar knows how to rice on this hero. I've learned that from experience in pubs, so
Ooh, BCM slightly off the timing there with a sleight of fist to dodge the roll. Not that it matters. He did have a Remnant already out to be able to pick up the Arcane Rune. And it looks like Snake King is going to be able to pick up a kill on Taiga. Sure, his life is traded out in return, but you got to know Snake King's happy with that one, no matter how stoic his response is. Arcane Ember still chasing after him. BCM a little bit low on mana here. He's still going to go for it. One more slight. It's coming up, but 9 is already swashbuckled away. So instead he turns towards Saksa, but that is also a kill out of his reach.
He's been pretty aggressive around these mid runes, like we saw the earlier gank. He sometimes can be awkward for Enigma, but I feel like he's having a decentish impact outside of that death. Even that was a trade, and he got his Ember the Rune.
They are really trying hard for this kill on a Bane that does not seem like they would ever be able to get it. But you're going to try again, this time around with the Keeper Light. With the blast, it just might be enough, but it is not. One more swashbuckle, but it's going to be far too late. So a bit of over-aggression cost Snake King his life. And now Skeeter, who has been left alone, all the supports are showing mid. They know they can go for this dive. They know they've got this kill in the bag. Hiragi picking up the killing spree now.
I mean, OG really putting on
a lot of damage on his way out. Malphus doesn't go down. Amar needs some help, though. This is the lane where Tundra is furthest ahead, and the Nightmare is going to be too late. He's stuck. Amar dies again. The one bright shining part here for Tundra is this 33 Batrider.
And he's already got Boots of Travel coming out. So if anyone is going to break this game open for Tundra, it's definitely going to be 33 this game.
Being Amar way back into the game, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like every time he moves on the map, this Timber is going to start shoving the lane. He's going to start farming. And here we're seeing Hiragi just giving Skeeter no place to go.
He's going to go for it. He's going to keep it up. There is going to be the miscoil to help out. He does pop the Phantasm. Hiragi's like, great, okay, I got you to use your ultimate. That's already going to limit your farm even more than it already has been.
Here's 33 looking for, he needs to get this kill.
He absolutely does. He pops the dust. Hiragi, Taiga to intercept. There it is. The Maledict. Is that stun going to be enough? It looks like it. 33. You would need a Dream Flame Break to be able to get this one. A bounce back during mid.
He might even die here.
He's going to turn around. BCM is now here. It's going to be troublesome for 33 to be able to get away from this one. Another slide is coming up. They do have the roll on the other side of things, though. 9, he challenges BZM and forces him to get away from the Batrider.
Being around his towers here, and
it looks like they're going to try. Sox is already TP'd in, so 33 on his way. Taiga going to be caught out. Flame Break straight into the lasso. Very pretty combination there from 33.
OG's all coming down here to collapse. No Tundra stuck. Amar wants to do business.
Oh yeah, and he's got 20 stick charges to go for it. He immediately doesn't even think for a second about whether or not he should go for the dive, just pure aggression. Looks for the Timber Chain out, actually stuck. A beautiful Fiend's Grip on the side here, stopping the aggression of the Pangolier, but finally it's led up. The last bit of roll is going to be able to catch the Bane. Still looks to be able to catch Amar, but Amar is far enough away with the Timber Chain. 33 chasing Taiga on the other side of things with a TP scroll, though. And Tundra does successfully keep their tower alive and does not get smashed.
Play this distraction, like pseudo utility route with some Lotuses and Yules and stuff. But knowing Amar, he wants to get farmed, so if OG gets away with it right now, I think it favors them. But at the same time, it's gonna get hard for them to get away with it here. With this Bat, Coddle, and Pango, who can just be everywhere on the map.
Yeah. Taiga again going to be caught out in this bottom lane. He just continues to try and farm up this lane. Maybe it's better for him to be ganked than some others. I don't really know, but you can see BZM, his rotation down here felt a little futile.
This is where 33 just has to close out parts of the map with his strength right now, because he is a beast. And they don't really have any of those early dispels or just the rogue catapult, I guess. See Amar, he did rush this Lotus, so he knows what has to be done in this Bat Timber matchup. And Lotus is incredibly strong versus Bat this patch. I feel like even more so than some other patches, but
the hero's collapsing from Tundra. They are going to be able to find the kill onto the Bane. For a second there, you're looking at it from OG's perspective. They were the Predators looking to be able to catch 33 underneath the tower, but no. BCM, oh no, a disarm from 9 allows him to be able to get the deny on the tower.
And then we'll see, OG, they're gonna make the smoke play here. Where are they gonna go? This is part of the issue. This tier 1 mid did die, so they're just gonna look mid.
Yeah, they see some options here. 9, perfect opportunity. He jumps forward and they get a full out Fiend's Grip on him. He's dead. Snake King cannot be there in time. And if anything, Snake King may actually be falling for it.
Misha's super low.
Enough to be able to pop the ultimate. That's good enough. But yeah, those nukes, they got to be careful on some of those backline supports.
That's another haste rune for Ember off the back of that too.
Oh, jeez.
The map. Like even if he just runs to the enemy triangle and wards it, does it do anything for OG? Not really.
Very interesting play here from Skeeter. They've been playing pretty defensively for the last, 14 minutes or so, and now he's going to try and sneak in this Roshan. They don't know about the other lane ward that was near the Roshan pit, but none of the heroes from Tundra are actually showing on that ward. This is going to be a successful Roshan attempt for Tundra, and this may spur them to then be able to be aggressive, which is where, you talked about OG and how they would actually prefer some defensive fights if possible.
This is a lot of effective net worth going Skeeter's way, though, because now he can play super aggressive. Like, one of the best counters to these long cooldown ults on supports, we're talking about Grip and Black Hole, that is Aegis. But they will get mid tower off this, Snake King just putting that curse to work.
BKB going to be forced out on 33, and they can still get the deny on the tower, so we are even Stevens as far as that goes. And OG, they are not scared of a fight just right this second because the Chaos Knight was still top, but as the seconds dwindle by.
That TP's bottom. Coddle also TP here, so OG don't know. Tundra was super good at not showing their heroes here. And that's partially why they did not want OG just getting a hyper-aggressive fight around mid.
Misha, his smoke going to be broken by Snake King. 33, going to go for the kill. The Nightmare goes down. Of course, the shield will rectify that situation. You can see 9, he's still playing defensively, even though we know this is just a free 5 position. They're a little bit scared of any sort of response from OG. The truth is, OG is all bottom lane, but they couldn't find Saksa either.
Nine is looking for more with this haste.
Malphus looking to be able to stop that roll-in. Very annoying for Pango.
This is not a fight I think OG can take, just not enough mana on this Enigma.
Oh, the blink is coming up in a second. Oh no, he gets hit by the ball just in time. And so they do find a secondary kill here. They're TPing in though. Amar's making the call this deep. They want to try and get some damage in.
I mean, he has Yules and Lotus here.
He's okay, jumps in immediately with this Lotus Orb. He's feeling okay with
Skeeter from the side, looking.
Phantasm trying to grab somebody, pulls in Yuragi, who does have the dust on him. Instead, goes for the stun onto the Ember Spirit, who jumps back to his Remnant, so he'll be fine. The illusions got cleared through, though, pretty quickly, so there goes some of the pushing power of Tundra.
I almost feel like Tundra wanted more out of that. OG doing a decent job.
Psychic might have just snuck through. That's going to ruin Taiga and his army. Look at him. He's going for the side. Saksa knows how much farm he can get, especially with an Enigma in the game. He's already got 4 staff, Spirit Vessel as well.
He's got to be careful up here, though, because OG has that ward behind the tier 1, so they know no one's here to back him up.
Yeah, Taiga drops the trees. He knows he's somewhere around and spot him for a second. Almost got. Okay, there goes the Orchid, and he is going to be caught now. Surely. Misha, he's going to pop the Fiend Skirt. The rest of the team is coming in, though. The Aphotic Shield is out, and the rest of the team needs to get out. Misha, he's not going to be able to get out of here, but Yuragi should be safe. 33. Remember who the original target was in all of this. Taiga. He was hunting for the Keeper of the Light, and he's still up there in the corner.
I don't feel like Tundra's scale is far behind at all, right? Like,
yeah.
This Pango already has a Basher. This Abaddon, Snake King will always get farmed. Like, this guy loves to hit creeps. Don't let him play in 5. Dissuade you. So, we're going to see here. His ult's already
popped. The rune. Oh, no. Oh, he got away. Barely into the illusion before the stun could come out. Now 9 is looking to be able to hop away from Yuragi with the bug still on him. It's a little bit dangerous. Snake King is probably going to get caught up by the Chakram. He is. Amar snatches up that kill.
What a sleep.
It is. What a sleep indeed. Misha barely keeping himself alive. He is going to get burned out by 33, but it sets the rest of the team up to at least have a go on Skeeter. The BKBs, double BKBs pop. They've killed the Enigma, and now they actually immediately blinked backwards. I thought with the Enigma dead, that would be go time for Tundra to look for more, but in truth, Skeeter was actually a bit skittish.
Tundra's just super respectful of their own BKBs. Like, when those BKBs are down, they do not want to fight. And they're also respecting Taiga. Like, I the black hole at all. I don't think we've seen one, right?
Yuragi's going to be caught. They have the sentry already laid out. Now Misha's coming over. Does manage to hit the Fiend's group to stop any play, but he is out of mana. He popped the time lapse. Yuragi, he doesn't have the BKB up in a second. Oh, actually, he got fed some mana with the wand charges, and I'm not sure what else. Gets off the BKB. Another Shukuchi coming up. Oh, sliding away to the side. He just juked out that swashbuckle, but is it going to be enough? Oh, the Fire Blast wasn't there in time. He still had his BKB going. He surely would have died to the damage over time if it hadn't been for that fact, but 1 second more of magic immunity is enough to keep him alive. Amar dueling it out here. OG thinking about the turn with Amar, bouncing back the stun onto Skeeter. Very nice. Taiga is going to be caught once again by 33. As you said, always targeting that 4 position. Nice self-fuels. Amar gets away with the Timber Chain very nicely, but a bash and a burned out of mana onto BZM. Another BKB gonna have to be used. He's fed a little bit of Chakra Magic, but another bash lands onto him, but he still gets the slight to be able to kill the Pango. Now, he looks for a way out, trying to keep inside of the trees, outside the vision of... Oh, he got pulled out last one. It didn't matter. The stun was already there, but Skeeter, just a sliver of HP, managed to get one armlet, toggle off. Yuragi looks for it, but the blink out is there, and OG realizing they have to be a little bit scared. 33 doesn't have his BKB. He's caught in the Orkin, and he's now dead. He overextends himself on Amar, and the rest of OG do at least find some recompense for the Ember kill.
Taiga, he kind of regrets that buyback a little. It's going to hurt his BKB progression. Wishes he didn't have to do it, but putting this Orchid to decent use and a big fight for OG, honestly. Like, that's going to bring this Timber almost back fully into the game, even though he wasn't really out of it. And Yuragi with the Gleipnir, not an item used
to play to OG's favor, then that means Tundra needs clean initiation, which requires OG not having vision in that area, right?
Yes, the vision is super big this game, and I think that's why we see Snaking thinking about this HOD, i.e. Harpy in the gem build.
The only limitation there is just finding the Harpy after that.
This is a good ward
up to the high
OG.
ground, looking for any wards. They do manage to get the stun, but the Lotus off goes off first. He actually got the longer stun onto Skeeter, but 33 caught Taiga. That's a dieback for him. Wards come through. Gleipnir as well as the Bugs do land on several heroes. Misha's going to be caught on the side by 9. They're going to turn back to him, but the Aphotic Shield quickly relieves him of any disables, and he hops over the cliff, down to the river, down to safety. Snake King, though, will go back to base in a grave and a body bag.
No BKBs here for Tundra.
Oh, the Gleipnir is going to be able to catch 2 with a slight there as well. Bouncing back, another stun onto the Chaos Knight. Amar on point with this Lotus Orb, and now it's just a free-for-all. Whoever they can catch at this point in time, a buyback with the Abaddon, that's not going to be enough to save Saksa. In fact, he's just going to die right away, right next to Saksa. Skeeter comes back in, does manage to get the kill on a support,
they
but
still have no
at
BKBs.
what a cost? No BKBs. They respected their own BKBs for so long, but what happened, SVG?
Just Weaver is destroying everybody.
They got it into their heads that they could fight with just the sheer numbers, but nothing matches magic immunity. So many heroes dead on the side of Tundra, so many with dieback. Let's go ahead and throw a courier on top of that one. A very composed game by both sides, and then Tundra seemingly crumble in just one awful fight for them.
This Gleipnir plus the Slight and Chains combo is just destroying them when they don't have BKBs.
4 diebacks.
Yeah, and we see Amar's damage there. You can hurt this guy in the lane, but honestly, you might not want to. Yeah. At this point, give him an easier lane, you know?
He's got like real-life reactive armor, you know? The more you hit him, it just means later on, he becomes more terrifying.
I mean, that's that long style chase down fight that OG's heroes love. Tundra does not have the stuns to stop this Ember Weaver once those BKBs are down, just kiting them plain.
And maybe that's the beginning.
Oh, what a sleep.
Nisha.
Abaddon's here.
Oh, he tries to get there, but the Orchid comes through, and that means a full Fiend's Grip, and Snake King's not even going to try and stick around. That is a dead Skeeter unless he can go for, okay, he just demolishes that poor Enigma. Skeeter's still dead. But at least he got something on the way out.
I mean, that's the life of a 5 sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
What can you do? Honestly, I guess this BKB is already at that 6, otherwise, no, that's worth it. That's worth it. You take that.
for charges, so there seems to be a theme of 2-2-2 everywhere. Amar is closing in on his level 25 very soon as well, so massive
He went
upgrade.
hard. This is not an item I see on Timber a lot. Like, usually you end up with Octarine or, I mean, it used to be Bloodstone to a degree, which I don't think is popular. It's not, you're not going to buy it now, but
Yeah.
very interesting item pickup. I mean, again, like, this guy is so tanky with the double Dispel. The extra status resist feels untouchable as well. They're going to try.
The stairs.
I mean, is he even taking damage?
Yeah, he was really not. They're going to keep trying to flame break him, but he does have the Lotus Orb to relieve some of the sticky napalm stacks. And now it's like, okay, you've used one of your big team fight abilities, and I haven't taken any damage. If anything, that gives us more incentive to keep this push going.
Look at how far back Taiga's standing. He does not want to get lassoed right now.
He's so terrified. He's like, I can always run in late to the fight.
I mean,
But
this
I'm
is
gonna camp
correct.
back
This
here.
is 100% correct. Like, this is how far back you have to stand in these types of games. Because he knows Tundra's trying to flank, find the supports, which, honestly, they're not even doing it. I think it's their only route in the fight. Like, they cannot touch these sieging heroes from OG.
It also means the creeps are well protected, so backdoor protection was up for a second, but now the next round of creeps are here to break it.
The biggest thing for Tundra is, again, this 33 initiation. He has double lasso now. He's got to find the right targets. It feels like it's got to be this that gives them potentially an opener where if they can somehow pop the Weaver Lincolns and lasso him, that's the best target. Because he just bought Scotty. He has no buyback.
They also do have the vision mechanic. They've got the Harpy.
Pray to the Harpy gods that
The
you see
smoke
enough.
is going to break on the Harpy here. See if they can find the initiation. The supports are going to be gone on first. They already have the bugs, but they do have the roll-in. A pretty nice one that interrupts Uragi, but ultimately this BZM, look at him go. Ember Spirit pops the BKB.
There's
they
a
do throw out
hole.
the black hole. It catches the Chaos Knight just as they were hoping, and it's a little bit too late for the lasso to come in and save anything. Nine trying to protect himself with the roll-up, but he will also be dying here, and Taiga walks away perfectly healthy. May have been lassoed, but no damage behind it. 3 dead with no buyback at OG. They're just going to run at the base. They're just going to go for the throne, and there is nothing Tundra can do to stop it.
This game just felt like it was slowly slipping away for Tundra for so long. They could not get a concrete move going. This Battle Rider was super strong, but that's also it's a little bit of the downside of this hero this patch is this lasso is a long cooldown, and like you can't just rely on this hero to take over the entire map versus a good team. They just got split push, ratted, and eventually we saw like those 2 super long fights. C33 trying to make something happen with this refresher, but I just don't even think he has any damage at this point.
Amar.
He wants the high five, high five.
Yeah, please, high five me. Great laning phase, bud. GG got to be called as 33 does go down, the last dwindling hope for Tundra.
But now what if they swap it, right? What if they put the Monkey King mid versus the Kunkka, and we've seen that matchup. The Monkey King's very good versus the Kunkka, even in the past.
When BZM has already
BZM
selected his Void Spirit.
But they have flexed a little bit
They
with how
did, they
play,
did.
But I don't know if they'll do it.
specifically when they did that, it was with the Huskar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the other is sometimes you can actually be the one getting kited out and around these fights. So the stuns hurt that, but also just sustain lineups can be a bit clunky, right? So you have Necro, Kunkka, they want to ball up, they want to 5v5 you. We saw last game, like OG did not give Tundra that 5-on-5 for a long time in that game. They were ratting, they were playing the map, Taiga's farming some random jungle, Uragi split pushing. Monkey's another hero that can do that this game. The Void Spirits and
There's still going to be some problems with Tundra catching them. How does Tundra, what do you look as their game plan in stopping that?
I mean, the best way you can kind of mitigate a lack of catches win lanes super hard. Like, if you demolish lanes, then the game will somewhat play itself. Because
What if you start with 4 bounty runes?
Yeah, you know, start with 6 haste runes and an extra hero.
Yeah.
I mean that in the sense of, like, one of the consequences of when you win lanes is you take early towers.
Yeah.
And when you take early towers, it's a lot easier to constrict the map. So, therefore, you don't have to get split up so hard, right?
Yeah, and you already outlined the fact that they have some like extreme sustain. So if they do get ahead off of lanes and they start this death ball, they should just be able to kind of like bulldoze through towers. While OG's like, haha, look at us split pushing the map, and Tundra's gonna be like, okay, but we're hitting your tier 2's now gone at 15 minutes.
So I think one of the biggest lanes is this Necro lane for me. Like, what is he going to get done in this laning phase when some of his XP is getting sapped by this Enigma in terms on this Monkey can be debilitating in some of those late game fights.
Yeah. Disruption save against Mars Snapfire is incredible. Could be good against the Enigma, the Purge against the Monkey King. There are a lot of great things about Shadow Demon. Just maybe not good in the laning phase unless he can land this last shot of poison. Taiga jukes over to the right, doesn't actually die.
Is it enough anyway?
Maybe. It's kind of looking at the illusions hit him down, and that's going to be first blood. Saksa picks it up.
Well, this is really good for Tundra because this is the lane they want to be snowballing if they can. I think the IO gyro is like always going to be pretty much fine up here. Just too much sustain to battle through. Like maybe you kill someone once, but overall they're going to farm. And I think this mid lane's also kind of a trade lane. Probably slightly Kunkka favor for most, like especially if you go an early flak point. So Tundra's probably going to be happy with how these lanes are going for them. Like 100%. See, early boat. Not going to connect though.
Panic, panic, panic. BZM just kind of forcing out something from the captain. Taiga losing his Eidolons here, but doing what he can to give Yuragi TP into somewhere.
I mean, it's going to be a 1-on-2 because Sox is already there. Downside is 33 getting gone on. Did take the early Ghost Shroud point.
He dodges slow, but ultimately it's just delaying the inevitable. So that's going to be Jingu stacks up for Yuragi. And BZM does get the rune again. He 50-50 to the top part and got an illusion.
Just don't even try versus guy, honestly. Just, you know, farm a camp instead. Not your day 9. Sorry.
Maybe this is why people were saying he's like top 3 mids in the world right now.
Definitely helps.
All that rune. Where would you put BZM? Because there's a lot of hype around this guy. Well warranted, but no Quelling Blade or anything on Necrophos.
A little bit of a missed rotation, but at the same time, you know, Yuragi's got to be thinking about where this Kunkka is. We see Arena top.
Yeah, Snake King has already popped the salve, but he ends up tethering through the arena onto the other side, and that cancels the salve. Either way, probably didn't make much of a difference with BZM there with the added nukes. It's an easy double kill for him.
They were up so far in that lane versus that arena. Snake King's been stacking this jungle. OG wants to steal right here. They have the vision to do it. This would be a really big swing in this early game. I mean, that double kill was already a huge swing, but this is adding fuel to the fire. Nine's coming over to contest.
Yeah, sadly, OG, just the two of them, don't quite have the nukes to be able to clear through it. And there is no arena, meaning they can't easily contest if they're doing it right now, so.
This is part of the game where Io Gyro is going to start to move to that jungle and clear it. Kunkka also clearing it. Nine is super jacked this game, 112 CS. He has just been racing it up outside of that mini move we saw bottom. Torrent stack on the Ancients? Ooh, yeah.
Nice. Well played by Nine. Even though he's taken some of the Gyro's farm in a way. Oh, they do have the relocate on the other side of things. This is what you were talking about, the Shadow Demon being great setup for relocate.
Yep.
If you don't have some sort of blink mechanism, you're not going anywhere once you get purged. Oh, they're actually going to set up on this relocate back. The question is Snake King going to bring the Gyro back? He does not. So he actually accepts his fate. A good read by him.
Yeah, they had the ward there. That ward's done a lot of work for them. Or that's a Radiant ward, so they set up. But I guess he just read it, huh?
Yeah,
oh,
it seemed like it. I mean, they were even smoked and stuff, so yeah. Maybe they just noticed the Mars was no longer in lane. They are going to go for the kill here onto Nine, with the kisses raining in. It's more than enough damage. The boat is not going to be enough to save Nine. And
33 GP too.
Yeah, he's going to catch the next incoming creep wave. OG just seems to be keeping a pretty nice fast pace that is keeping Tundra down.
Yeah, they've mitigated some of those early laning issues a lot. Might even catch Sox here. Just super nice by BZM. He's playing super well.
Saksa did at least manage to grab the Invis rune away from BZM. Misha tries to go for the deny neutrals and he gets it.
OG giving them nothing here.
Absolutely nothing. Misha having a good time with that one. Skeeter
only some
somehow
chuckles.
missing the last hit. Sensible chuckles.
Yeah, I'll give you my laughs as I watch you be slowly demoralized.
Yeah, that's a better reaction from Misha than we see a stacks right now. looking to catch back up to everybody else who's ahead in the network chart above him. They're going to be able to find 9 here. 9, who really wanted to complete his BKB and will actually maybe survive through all of this one. The rest of the team coming in with the relocate. They're going to try and catch BZM, but he has an actual step away as to dissimulate to dodge the incoming missile as well, so should be fine. Misha actually showing up to make sure it doesn't land. The Reaper Scythe is going to be able to... Oh, it doesn't actually kill him. The wand keeps him alive afterwards too, and it's 33 who dies instead. And he did get the Harpy, by the way.
Yeah, he did go this Harpy. Honestly, I don't think this is the part of the game you even want the Harpy. Like,
yeah,
you were talking about this net worth being even, but I do not feel like this game is going even at all. I feel like OG is getting everything they want on the map right now. Tundra not answering. So much of their net worth's coming from these jungle stacks and whatever, but like, you're not going to have those forever.
Yeah, eventually those are going to run out, and you can see the domination that OG's exerting on the map is about to become a tyrant's fist of control as they're going to be able to take the middle lane tower. And
OG is not giving them any openings here.
Certainly are. You could see Taiga being very defensive, throwing his Eidolons down lane. BZM's not showing super aggressively. Misha is actually kind of protecting him from smokes right now. Misha spots it incoming. He tries to get out of vision to be able to go for a TP out. It's not going to work for him. Still, though, in many ways, his job here is done. He does save BZM from a potential game.
Maybe Tundra more confident to scale into that late game with IO Gyro than the previous one, but I'm not sure I 100% buy it. BZM.
They're going to relocate out. Snake King's going to try for it. The buildup of damage. They do manage to get the stun onto the IO, stopping the relocate out. Skeeter is going to be left behind, it looks like. Snake King no longer having an exit here. The next round of creeps are coming in. A tether away, and he is out.
Because I don't think this tower should be up with their kind of lineup, what they're itemizing.
Disruption doesn't last quite that long, Saksa. Sorry. So he was always going to get speared in that situation, I believe. 10-3 now. There's a
That's not the easiest D-ward, so it's a very valuable one. But OG still has like both these cliffs up, so we're still seeing a lot. And this is Tundra's double BKB timing. Of course, Kunkka's had his for a bit, but Gyro had to catch up.
Now we get to the point where we talk about early on the slipperiness of OG's heroes. If they want to, oh, the smoke instantly breaking.
Amar
spotting these heroes. They do manage to get the stun onto Snake King. This is a really good start for them. They kill that 5 position right away, and it's for free. BZM now looking for an opening, grabs Skeeter. He's going to be forced to use his BKB early here and fight back without the IO, and now they've got the black hole on top of him, and he's just dead. BKB immediately activated by Yuragi, but 9, he has nothing. He has no damage behind him, and his BKB is eventually going to wear thin. OG, they seem to have Tundra's number and are completely countering their plays in this series. 33 might just be dead as well as he gets tossed back in by the spear. Yuragi's on top of him. No chance to pop the Ghost Shroud. Ultra kill for Yuragi off of a 1-by-1 kill fest.
It's looking a lot like last game, I must say. Like, Yuragi and BZM, similar to last game, just running Tundra down one hero at a time. Where's that turnaround for Tundra? We talked about all these sustains and saves, but didn't even feel like they were there that fight.
No. BKB Enigma, BKB completed for Amar.
Yeah, like what happens when he just blink black holes Gyro every fight? Better hope there's a disruption. I mean, and what if he's BKB? What do you do then?
Yeah, at best you disrupt the gyrocopter, but then he's still stuck kind of in the same state. Most likely Amar gonna go for it. Catches the spear on the gyro. Snake King can do nothing to get them out. Even if he had relocate, there was BZM with the AoE silence to cover everything. The additional nukes get the additional kill. Double for BZM, and OG filter into the Roshan pit.
This map is just so hard to play for Tundra. Just feels at some point OG makes a move and it's like hit every time this game.
Yeah. I don't even know, you see Nullifier being built up by Amar. I don't even know, like, Tundra, what do they even do from here? Because they no longer can win fights, it looks like. 33, they tried to go for a pickoff on Misha. They can't even get that much. Now BZM is here. His silences are going to be devastating. They're trying to go for the Reaper Scythe kill. Almost got him. So close, but the
3-man
black
hold.
hole save from Taiga saves it all.
This
And
is
now the
good
rest of
for
the team's
Tundra,
going to come
though.
in. They do have to relocate in here. They cannot fight the Monkey King. Saksa knows it. He's probably going to be dying here, but at least he gets off the purge. Goes for a desperate TP out, but he's not hidden behind the tree. Yuragi spots him, relocate back away. 9 thought about going for the execution, but the Void Spirit is already healed up enough, and it's similarly not worth the attempt on Misha.
Honestly, that fight was like going decent for Tundra there, considering what happened. And if that Reaper kill had landed, it would have been huge.
Oh, yeah.
That was super close. We saw that Destiny, probably a win for Tundra.
Now, Yuragi is going to be going for a Scotty. Saksa hits him with the damage before he could re-jump away. Disruption, I think he's trying to see. You're going to pop BKB here. Yuragi is going to try and back away. The rest of his team's behind him. They actually start throwing out the kisses. They spot Saksa, and you know Amar wants that kill. He's going to be able to spear pin. Easy kill there. 9 showed himself, trying to actually finish off the Aegis kill, couldn't quite get it. Now BCM is in deep.
How much sustain do you have?
They burst him down through all the sustain of the IO, through 33 being right next to him, and it did not matter. 9 struggling to put any damage in and is now pinned with Yuragi, his initial target, getting revenge.
Tundra's just crumbling here, like one by one TPing, not enough sustain versus BZM's damage. This Veil pickup by the Snapfire also doing a huge amount of work for him. Doesn't feel like there's enough sustain buildable in this game at this point.
No, not with this kind of burst built up by OG, and they just go straight for the high ground. Nothing's really stopping them at this point.
Cap, none of OG's cores have died once.
Oh my god.
That's rare.
It's 4 to 20?
That's rare.
Oh my god.
Yep, blaze it. You already know.
You already know. You know, Jin Q's thinking about it. Gyrocopter going to be pinned again. Disruption save is here this time
Right,
around. They're
Reaper?
going to go for the Reaper site, and they do get it this time. A big, big streak being given away to 33 here, and they will try and chase for a little bit more, but they got to be careful. He saw his little skull
OG still has
chasing
Aegis
after
here.
Yuragi. 33. He's just being fearless right now. In a 4 versus 5, they're willing to try and take this fight. Anything to try and make the comeback. They spot a Taiga. Misha getting low as well. Yuragi and Amar bouncing backwards, not seeing an opportunity to
Black
fight.
hole.
Oh, disruption
What?
catching him off the poison. Here comes the boat, but the damage did not tick in. They couldn't stop him. He's already jumped away. And it looks like Mars, he's going to be able to blink out as well. The arena protecting them from any further advances of Tundra.
Take the fight with the BKB Black Hole in this Monkey Aegis. But like super high risk, they maybe get caught there randomly, you know? So
Yeah.
very, very high skill play to look for it.
Oh, and Amar,
BKB
you know he doesn't
on
have BKB. They don't have the Reaper's sight, but they certainly have the magic damage coming in. Put the black hole! BKB, black hole catching 3. Saksa sitting on the side, disruption on 1. Yuragi's not able to pump up quite enough damage to kill during the black hole, and he actually loses his Aegis. Now Taiga, 33, the sustain is coming in, keeping everyone alive. Nice 2-man stun though, with the kisses raining in from above. 33 is gonna die right next to his brother, and that is going to be 2 down. They get something for that Aegis cost.
That's a very big Aegis usage on the lower end of that timer.
Yeah.
Percentage-wise, it's almost a guaranteed kill right off that.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And OG does not have a save. That is the downside for their lineup this game. It feels like that's Tundra's best window into these fights.
They don't have a save yet. I would love to see Misha build up an Aghanim Scepter. Maybe that's too much of a dream for a 5 position.
That's a
but
dream, right? That's a pipe dream right there.
A 5 dream or
30.
a pipe dream? Which one?
They're the same, one and the same. See you in 30 minutes.
Relocate. Snaking.
Yuragi's just going in, double damage.
Yeah, Yuragi's okay. There's an opportunity
purged, though.
here. They couldn't get off the disruption fast enough.
Didn't purge it.
Eater's gonna pop his BKB. They relocate back out. Is gonna be successful, but it is gonna leave Saksa behind to pay the sins of Snake King's relocate, which I'm not even sure what they thought that was exactly.
Maybe just farming or whatever, but build a lot of the momentum off that lanes, because the lanes were going okay, but at the same time, like, you've got to push it into something to get those levels back on your IO gyro pair. And once that didn't happen, like, it's just catch up for the whole game from them, and they're doing a decent job at making it happen. They've definitely felt more like a cohesive unit here in the last 10 minutes than that previous 10, but it's still an uphill battle, because Monkey King is going to be terrifying in this late game.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, OG picked this monkey into the Isle Gyro. They're very confident with this Scotty, with his late game timings, being able to man up with that black hole behind him. It's not going to be an easy man fight, even if Skeeter gets to that point.
Yeah. I mean, what an effective Scotty game. Against IO Necrophos for the counter heal. Okay, they're actually going to try and go for the combo, but it's not going to be enough. Uragi, about a third HP, pops his BKB. He's okay now. And the black hole catches the 2 cores. They're not getting away so easily. Beautiful disruption, though. Can they kill Snake King fast enough? The spear goes out, and he is going to die. Skeeter, he's going to be left here to stand and fight without the IO. Buyback's coming in, but they're not going to be able to get here in time. The cores are already getting melted. Blink away. 9. Oh, 9. Amar spots him for a second here, throws out the spear. He catches him, but nothing to pin him to. The Shadow Demon's going to die in the side here for the trees. Tundra, it seems like their 5-man, it's going to come a little bit too little, too late for them as OG win yet another fight. Now incredibly far ahead and should secure themselves the Roshan.
I mean, those Reaper kills have to land, it feels like. How else do they ever win some of these engagements? Because you know your gyro's getting black holed at some point.
The crumbs that are left on the sides, the edges of the map.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
9 was closing in on that Axe, but he might not even get it before this game's over. I'm not even sure how much it changes. It's going to be annoying in the fight, give them a little more damage, but...
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go for a little bit more of a physical burst just because of the Reaper side.
Yeah.
Feels like they need that little extra something, right, to push them over the edge.
I feel like they're lacking damage hard, and
I don't know what 33 is possibly going to do.
they see him.
They do. He's got a heartbeat creep, so he sees the heroes chasing after him. He doesn't have a TP scroll for 5 seconds, so he's going to be caught.
Radiant's bottom tower is
He
under
will manage to get 9 in the mid lane at the same time, so that's going to be 2 cores down. And perhaps an opportunity to go high ground. Skeeter, you can see him and Snake King. They're going to try and poke at this high ground because they've got to force some rotations back.
Uragi's
But
behind them, though.
they have to make sure they don't get caught, and that is already happened. Snake King, he doesn't have a tether. Okay, he tethers out of the gyrocopter. At least Gyro gets away. But without mobile, OGR, they get that kill, and they can go right back to mid lane pretty quickly here.
I think OG played even better this game than last game in terms of, like last game, I feel like they were playing that cat and mouse to string the game out to hit their timing. This game, I felt like they took the onus onto Tundra's side of the map, kicked this Isle Gyro out of a lot of the areas he wanted to farm. I think Tundra felt super awkward this entire game almost.
Okay, look at
past
Tuxa.
5 minutes.
Look at this. He knows because of his ward. He spotted where the Harpy was, and he tried to bait his illusion to see if Amar would jump on it. He disrupted outside of the Harpy's vision and then threw his one illusion forward. Didn't quite work, though. Tries it again here, but Amar doesn't seem to be taking the bait at all.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't mention, but Misha also with that HOD, Harpy on Harpy Gaming for this series. Taking a page out of Tundra's book.
Yeah, insane. With the last bit of the Aegis left, and they've got the double ring, Wukong's man. So he can go ahead and just pop it in that top lane if he wants to and kind of dare Tundra to fight into that, or else they're going to take Megas.
I mean, there's a Wukong, there's double Arena, there's double Black Hole. Void Spirit has double of everything because he's an insane hero.
MVP saved by Misha, gets the Harpy out of there.
You know who you want to save.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom barracks.
That's where your monkey gets jumped and you're like, cook him not. I mean,
25 seconds left on the Aegis.
Tundra with their own Harpy.
Yeah, they get some vision here. Ooh, missed out on that one, but they do manage to get the 2-man Black Hole. 33 being pulled in as well. Disruption's going to be able to save the IO, but look at that Wukong's man. They do manage to kill the Snake King, going out for the relocate. He's attempting to get it, but the statues kill him first. Skeeter's doing some good damage in return, though. Uragi's getting quite low, but Skeeter, he dies first. The pull back in, 9. He does no physical damage whatsoever. They try and go for the Reaper Scythe kill, but it's not quite enough. He barely survives, keeps himself up. He does get burnt out towards the end, but he's got a buyback, and that is something, a luxury that Tundra does not have, as it's just going to be Snake King, and now he's dead, so it's just 33. 1 versus 5. The Necrophos hard countered here by Amar.
GG.
GG indeed. OG just looking like they're picking up pace here. Yes, they lost their series earlier, but again, they had not been able to win a series against Tundra until this last season.